morning, good morning. I think I'm going to paint on some Tomoe River paper. I ordered this off of Amazon now, probably like 2.5 years ago, so I don't know if you can still get it, but this is how you spell it, Tomoe River. And this is the paper that they use in Hobonichis, from what I've been told. So if I'm wrong, it's not my fault. But it is so much fun to paint. Now these are mostly Curti. What's the paint that I like? Prima paints, and or some Jane Davenport's in here. There's a bunch of stuff mixed in here, but it's medium of the road paper. Hold on, you're crooked. Medium of the road paints, not to the level, I don't know. Daniel Smith, I can't tell the difference, but I'm not trained, so I don't know. These work perfectly. Any watercolors, even to the point of Michael's Walmart. I think this came from Michael's children's grade paint, student grade, I guess they call it. Anything works. It's beautiful. My favorite thing to do is, don't mind my surface at the moment, and this is a pretty good size. It's probably 8.5 by 12. It's super strong, but super thin. If you hear a saw over there, it's not my fault. Somebody is redoing our flower bed out front. And when I say redoing it, it was surrounded by railroad ties, but they've been there for 30 years, so they've kind of fallen apart. So he removed the old ones and is putting in new ones, but he's got to fit in the I don't know. Okay, so this is my favorite thing to do, is to get it wet. And then I probably need some some clean water. All right, and just drop paint in here. It is so now the neighbor's in on it. 2 neighbors away. I think they're all talking out there. You know, men in power tools. But I just love, I think I'm going to get a bigger paintbrush. I'm going to use this. Now they're all out there talking. But it is so, I love doing this. And this can be used down the road in a sourdough journal, in a journaling by fives, in a anything project. Pages in another journal, a junk journal, backgrounds in something else, anything. I mean, even using this. Oh, great. Now he's hammering. But it's so much fun to watch this move around and blend. This is a lot of what Amy Tangerine does currently, but it's not on Tomoe River paper. It's usually on heavier cardstock or maybe even watercolor paper. But for me, I've done it on a lot of different surfaces, but I love it on this paper because you can just layer it and layer it in water. And my water right now is pretty dirty because I've been doing a lot of black paint in the last day or two, and I haven't changed it. I'm going to soak up a little bit of that. And just, well, I just love doing this. Yeah, I do like these other paints better than the Prima paints. But you can do it with any. I'm just impatient to work these in good. And then I like getting it wet first. You don't have to. But I could just sit here all day and play. It's not even cold outside, actually. He's out there. I mean, granted, he's working, but he's in a t-shirt. We've had some cold days, and it's supposed to start raining some more. Oh, earthquakes in California. Ay, ay, ay. Malibu yesterday for me. Okay, we're going to elongate this out. I'm just talking through. I'm really just dabbing paint on top of paint. But now, what if I were to get a really dark blue? And just start putting it in there. It just kind of runs. And they dry beautifully. Right now it's, I mean, obviously it's super wet. But it's not quite, to me, like the flow stuff that everybody does, the pouring. But it's beautiful. I mean, and this is not rocket science or new or anything else, obviously. I mean, it's been doing like this since, you know, the beginning of time, when they discovered they had ink. Just kind of make that grow a little bit more. I just love this. So let's get out another one. Maybe by the time we finish another one, that one will be a little bit more dry. You can dry them with the heat gun, but I love drying them, not letting them dry naturally. To me, the color is a little bit better to my liking. And this is really dirty paint because there's pigment. You can see like granules in here, but that'll work right there. Let's do a warm one. He's out there just, can you hear him talking to the dog? If only Gunnar knew. He had a huge fan in Scotland. He has a couple huge fans. It's so funny because since I've gotten some more subscribers, my husband says, I think I saw paparazzi up by the mailbox. I'm like, shut up. But I'm not making fun of you guys. Welcome, welcome, welcome. It just blows my mind that so many new people, and for me, this is a lot of new people have started watching these videos. I just am here to have fun. And if anybody else wants to join me, that suits me just fine. I'm not in it for a paycheck. I'm not in it for product. I buy my own products. I just love playing here. And this is it's very selfish on my part. It's just a form of therapy for me in the morning to start my day off like this. And communicate with other people around the world is cool. I know France, Scotland. At times there's been an Amsterdam in here. Peru. I mean, it just blows my mind that the internet can be as cool as it is. I wish other people would use it for cool things too. Not for bad. Oh, this is so pretty. Maybe I like it so much because it reminds me of tie-dye in the 60s in California. Not really. This is like tie-dye on steroids, if you ask me. I'm sure certain people can do it like this, but I could never control it. And I'm kind of controlling this because I'm keeping... I mean, not controlling it would be just to let it flow. Oh, God. Oh. But I like the sections of color, like that right there. Yum. It's so much fun. And it's, I mean, brain numbing, boring technique, but with so much pizzazz, I think. And Amy Tangerine, she does do a lot of watercolor and then puts quotes on top of it. I just like using it again and again and again in journals. Bits, pieces, whole. I mean, any way you can get it. It works for me. So much fun. So much fun. Okay, I don't know if I have a really deep dark red in this particular set. Ooh, how about a deep dark purple? In just a couple places. Kind of like at the roots of some of this is purple. Okay. This is my mind on drugs. I don't know if in other parts of the world had those commercials. This is your mind on drugs, and they would show it a fried egg like burning in a skillet. No, this is what my mind would look like on drugs. It would be psychedelic, man. Psychedelic and gorgeous. Now, see, now it's kind of mudding up because I put too many colors together, in my opinion. So, let's just back it up. And it's paper. We can do another one. Now, Tomoe River paper is more expensive. It's not, I mean, it's not, I don't remember how much I paid for this. Maybe like $19 for, how many pieces are in here? 52? No, 100. So it's not, it's more expensive than copy paper. And it's not as expensive as watercolor paper. Good watercolor paper. But I think I'm just going to let that one go. See what happens with these green spots. But it is fun, fun, fun. Let's do a blue one. When you're waiting for the Super Bowl to start. So much fun. When I'm filming this. These are some of my videos that I'm filming ahead, which I am really enjoying. Because it's giving me time to do this when sometimes I haven't been doing it lately. It's now I'm dabbing this, and to me, I like that look. You can do it any way you want to. It's giving me time to, it also is making me accountable for like my Hobonichi, because I'm filming every time I stop and journal in it, but I need to have like 3 or 4 videos of 20 minutes a piece because I speed them up a lot. And therefore, it's making me stay a little bit more current with my Hobonichi, which is good. So it's making me accountable for that. You're keeping me accountable. It's, if I film them theoretically correctly, I'm doing these in addition to the ones I'm already doing. So therefore, at the end of the month, I could have like 4 free days. And that way, my brain doesn't get, I don't know if it's the ADD in me. I don't get bored or feel like, I don't know. It's just, so far, it's worked. Now, I'm still only in the end of my 2nd month, but it really has worked. I've got stuff stored throughout the month. Figuring out a storing system on my laptop, which is technically advanced for me. It's just been great. And then I get to do stuff like this as well as the regular stuff in a more scheduled fashion. Let's see if we dump some of this over here. So pretty. I know if I put this yellow on here, it's going to go green. Let's go really dark blue. wasn't as dark blue as I thought it was going to be. It was like a turquoise. Ooh, yes. So much fun. Your husband could be out working. I have actually played in my fabric this morning too. Well, this afternoon. Lunchtime-ish. I have fabric that I've had for over 20 years, and I've used it in pieces and pieces and pieces. I used to buy colors of fabric just because I thought they were pretty. I don't do that anymore. I buy them specifically for a project. And these pieces I have used in 20 quilts or 20 projects. And I'm like, okay, I am not going to use some I bought for projects that I made for other people, and they're done. But I couldn't throw the fabric away because I thought it was wasteful or give it away. 3 jumbo trash bags to the thrift store of fabric. It's all old stuff. No K-facet. I'd never give that away. And, ooh, there's a skeleton head. This is a turquoise skeleton. No neutrals. But prints that I used for like my sister's quilt that I made her a few years ago. And she loves like vintage things I don't like. Think they're pretty, but they're not my taste. So all that went. I made my uncle, the one we went to see in November, a 90th birthday party quilt that was all greens and blues. Anything that wasn't K-facet, that went. There was still stuff left over. And I've used parts of them in other quilts. Or placemats. I like making placemats or things that go under something pretty on a table. And I was like, okay, all of this has to 3.5 jumbo trash bags. And my fabric is not finished being sorted, but it's close. So I made productive on that. Oh, that's so pretty. Okay, this one, I'm switching places here. I'll show you this one in a minute. I'm going to let that one. I have to be careful because this is slanted here. I don't want it to drain all to the bottom. This is much better, much drier. And you can see all the different patterns now. You can even add more now. Like find places that you like and maybe electrify them a little bit. Still wet enough that it'll spread, but this will stay darker now. Or you can put more water on it and do some more. So much fun. I love the edge here. I think I'm going to try to create some of that edge down here. Some of the water that's already here. Can you see that? I just brought the water down and the color. But by adding other colors in it while it's wet, it'll morph into other stuff. Metamorphosis, that's what this is. Photosynthesis. All the science words. That's what this is. Evolving. Fermenting. It's fermenting. Just trying to bring the Use as much paper as possible. I don't want to mess with that side though, because I love it the way it is. So I'm not wasting any of this paper, because it's so pretty. And it kind of looks jelly plate-ish, like on the edges here. Oh, speaking of jelly plates, Robin McClendon on YouTube. She is on the brand team of jelly plates. Jelly, the company Jelly. And she was in Frankfurt for some kind of show that vendors, stores come to, art stores, and demonstrating. Oh my God. Frankfurt. Jelly, if you want me on your team, I will be glad to go to Frankfurt next year. I've only been to the airport like 5 times. I've never been outside the airport in Frankfurt. I take that back. One time going down the Main, the Rhine, or the Mosel, we've been on all three of them. And the Danube. I think we did take a day in Frankfurt. Is that where the Gutenberg Library Museum is? Been to the Gutenberg Museum. Amazing. Okay, now I'm really adding orange on some of this wet yellow. Just because that will give it a different edge color. And it's really an orangey yellow. But it'll meld in there. I'm going to let these dry overnight, and I'll show you them tomorrow when they're all finished. And you might just be amazed, but they're beautiful. Beautiful. Tomoe River paper. Okay, it's the next morning, and all of these things have dried. Just look at the depth of all of that. That was just me plopping paint on paper and watercolor, and how it went together, mushing together, blending together. Just, how did that little hole stay white that whole time? I don't know, because there's a lot of water on this paper. Tomoe River paper could take it. Oh, just look at that. Look at that. Oh. Oh. Here's a blue and green one. This had paint on it, but it's very light, so it looks white, but it really isn't. There was a big puddle of water here with a lot of dark green that pooled there. Look at that. Oh, is that not gorgeous? I'm getting purposely really close. Is that not gorgeous? Because it looks better on camera up close like this than it does on my table. Look at that. Here's the other one that we did. This is just 3 pieces of paper that I made. The center is very light. But, come on, camera. There. Look at that. And now my water was dirty, and you can see some of the little, I'm trying to get my hand here to get it better. You can see some of the little particles of dirt. Sediment from other paint. That did not blend. It went on a place that was more dry. That's okay. It's still, I mean, look at that edge. Oh. This, look at that. Oh. Look at that. Look at that blue feathered edge. It is stunning. Watercolors and Tomoe River paper with a lot of water. Oh dear. There's something wet here. Okay. So much fun. And now I have paper to make something else. I have a background paper already done. Listen to that noise. Love it. Thanks for watching. Bye.